This is nothing but potential. I, for some bizarre reason, enjoy making IKEA furniture.
It's summer and it's snowing and the koala.
Let's do a little before shot. This is nothing but potential. So let's fill that potential with something. Hey guys, so today I am going to be putting a bunch of IKEA furniture together. So what I'm going to do is I'll run you through sort of like each thing I build when I build it, and then I'll just give you a quick overview of me putting it together. I don't know, for those of you like me who get obsessed with watching people be productive, so hopefully that sort of scratches that itch for you. But maybe this will encourage you. If you've got something you need to do, maybe you should do it. Because I'm putting IKEA furniture together, there's always certain tools I have. First things first, boots. Safety boots, steel caps. We're dealing with really heavy pieces of wood. Then, box cutters. We're going through a lot of cardboard, and the smart thing to do is to actually cut the cardboard open, lay it flat, and you use that as a working surface. So that way, if you accidentally drop a bit, it'll fall on the cardboard, which will hopefully break enough of the fall to prevent it from chipping off. IKEA furniture is typically made out of two materials. One of them is particle board and one of them is MDF. They're both cheap, reliable, typically hold up for quite a while if you look after it. The only problem is when you're drilling into that stuff, it can cause dust, and that dust can be not good for you, which is why most woodworkers and stuff like that wear respirators all the time. So they will wear a respirator mask. Because I'm only doing it at a domestic level, I'm just using a regular old surgical mask so I don't inhale any of the particles. So obviously this is not a great long-term solution, but short-term, fine. Next, drill. Okay, you don't need to have a good drill, you just need a drill that works. This is an Ozito drill, which for those of you who don't know is basically the Australian home brand. It's something that's made by our most popular hardware store called Bunnings. So this is a Bunnings brand drill, right? And whilst I do skip out on the drills at home, I do not skip out on the bits that go in the drills. This is a Makita set of drill bits, which includes sockets, Allen keys, Phillips heads. It even includes a couple of just regular drill bits if I ever need to do pilot holes. But because IKEA is so good, we don't have to worry about that. So what's the first thing we're doing today? Well, allow me to introduce you to the very heavy, the Mickey, or Mickey, M-I-C-K-E, right? Not like Mickey Mouse, I guess. It's a school desk that's going into just coming out from the corner of the room. So once you see the room fully put together, you'll see what I'm getting at. But we're starting with this small piece first, and then we're going to build. Thought I'd take you out of the time lapse for the last step. Cord organizer. This is the okay. In the 2 hours or like hour and a half I took to build it, I still haven't figured out how to actually say it. Okay, so this bad boy down here is the lack. Now the lack is usually like a TV unit or hall unit situation, but we're going to be using it to sort of add depth to a desk. So that's going to be interesting to see how that shakes down, I reckon. Thought you'd want to watch the last dot being done. So that last build took me, I actually calculated it 2 hours, and that took me about 15 minutes. The most fiddly part of that build was the tape that was on these sides. That was the most fiddly part. But I guess, I mean, you can only go so complicated with 4 bits of wood. Now obviously this is a bit low, so there's a little hack that we learned about that we're going to use, but that's going to be coming up later when we do the hard part of the build, which is stuff I have to make from scratch. But nice unit, not bad. So this is the Alex drawer. We've got 2 of them. So this is a pretty common like IKEA thing that people build, usually for gaming desks. We're going to be using it as an art desk. So the way it works is you use 2 Alex drawers and you put something called like a last bug, basically a tabletop, on top of it. And then that's your space. We're going to be doing some more complicated stuff with it later. But for now, let's make 2 sets of drawers and see how long it takes. So putting the unit together itself, not that hard. It feels like the hard bit is going to be dealing with all the drawers. Not in the sense hard as is fiddly, because I have to make, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers for this thing. That's one done. Now I'm just going to do the second one. I'll have a look at how long it took and then we'll see where we're at in a bit, shall we? And look, now I have two of them. There's two small drawers and three big drawers. Perfect for holding all of your artistic stuff in there. I'll show you guys the thing that's going on top of it in a minute. Okay, so I made the Alex drawers, and this is what goes on top. This is the lag carpeting. It's a top for a table. There's not much to construct here. We're going to screw it into the Alex tables, but not until we figure out a solution for the back. So we're just sort of toying about with some ideas right now, but we'll get back to you once we have something. Okay, so welcome to inside the staging area for everything we're doing here. You can see the Mickey from earlier, the can't remember what that one was called. Feels like forever ago since we were here. And then here's the Alex with the like a pad whatever on top of it. So you can see what we're trying to do is we're trying to like expand out. So there's going to be like shelves back here, but you can see there's like a significant gap. So we're going to add something to it to make that happen. Now, I was only planning on building those three pieces today, but I managed to get through it so quickly that I've got a spare 3 hours. So I'm thinking that I can build one more piece for it. And this will finish off the new art station portion of the builds that we're working on. This is the song sand. It's a chest of drawers, pretty much. Just going to be for storage of materials and tools and equipment. So most people put this in the bedroom, we're putting it in an art room. This one, I have a feeling I'm going to need the 3 hours because this one alone comes in 2 boxes. Now if I had to guess, it's probably because the main unit is in one box and all of the drawers are in another box. So we're going to take it apart and we're going to find out. I've got box 1 and we'll see how we go. I figured you guys could hang out with me for the last bit of the first half. So it is as I predicted. This is just the main drawer, the main unit. And then that second box contains the drawers. I think that something that IKEA is doing that is definitely new is to do with backboards. So in most like simple furniture construction, like even I've done this, you make a backboard which like does a couple things. Like obviously it means there's like a nice square box for you to work in, there's no empty hole out the back, but it also provides stability to the unit. And what most of the time you have to do is you have to use screws or nails. IKEA have simultaneously come up with something awesome and something really hard to take apart. So once you put this together, you can't really take it apart unless you break it. And that's these little teeth things. So similar to construction screws. Now, when you put them in, right, you put this little bit in the hole first, and then you put the screw in, and the screw tightens in around that piece. Well, if IKEA haven't gosh darn done that, but in smaller plasticky form. You put this piece in. If I'm being honest with you, I don't know if you're supposed to hammer it in, but that seems to make it more secure, so that's what I'm doing. I mean, these are interlocking teeth. It's not like you're going to undo them. Then it just sort of really holds the whole thing together. Because it just sort of wedges itself open. Now we have to ask ourselves a great IKEA question. Is this a leftover bit or have I forgotten something? All of these are accounted for. So all of those. So we are officially calling this a spare bit. And also got a spare piece down, spare screw. Now, like I said, I'm hammering these in. I don't know if you're meant to do that, but it certainly appears to make it more secure. So, this is all we got so far. The main unit, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 drawers I need to make. And thanks to the Alexes, I'm an old pro at making drawers, so I reckon that's actually going to be pretty quick once I sort of get into it. Well, so now that the Songa stand is done, the only next logical thing to do is to nail out the drawers that go with it. So we're about to make this thing 4 times, well, not 4 times heavier. We're going to add 4 extra bits of weight to it in a sec. So let's put it over here on these bits of cardboard to hang out. While we open, oh lord, the second box, which I'm going to assume has more IKEA furniture in it, which I think is a safe assumption. Yep, I was right. Let's see how quickly I can build 4 drawers. You can watch me do the last one in real time, okay? And then I think that puts today's work to a close. Thought I was only going to do 3 pieces, ended up doing 4. That means I only have 2 things to build tomorrow. Well, you know what, knowing my luck, I'm going to need the entire day just to do those 2 things. But nevertheless, have onward. don't know about you guys when it comes to building IKEA furniture, but there seems to be some kind of like tranquility to it. It's very calming. Just putting stuff together, following little pictures. I don't know, maybe like satisfies like some sort of childlike desire to you know, follow the pictures or like read a picture book or something. Like all the fun of picture book with all of the excitement of adult productivity. Although, if we're being honest, IKEA office depots and warehouse depots, like hardware stores and office supply stores, all offer us the illusion of productivity with the purchase of product, but that isn't reality. Like a new highlighter set is not going to make you study better. You know, and sometimes I have to have these honest conversations with myself. Having, you know, just because I bought a new tool doesn't mean I'm going to make anything new or make anything exciting. Right? Like, doing this offers me the illusion of productivity. I'm also doing something nice for my partner, which you should do once in a while, you know. But my brain is releasing all of the endorphins required to say, look at this boy, he's doing a lot of work. But yeah, maybe it's just as a joy to it. Some people enjoy woodworking, some people enjoy, you know, with a long hot shower. I, for some bizarre reason, enjoy making IKEA furniture. Maybe it's because I do a bit of woodworking. You've already seen me do some woodworking, and it's just hard having to do all the calculations and stuff yourself. Like, I'm no maths whiz, where I don't do maths that much, but like all the woodworking stuff, all the measuring, just sucks the life out of you. Unless you're really good at it, which I am not. But IKEA comes along and goes, hey look, we did everything for you. All you really have to do is screw it together. And you know, because of that, they knock like a few $100 off the price. Because if you bought like pieces of furniture like this new, then boy, it would cost a lot more than it does now, I'll tell you that much. You can't see it because it's just out of shot, but there is so much cardboard here. Perfect. And that's the song stand done. We've only gone and done it. The Alex desk, the hall unit, the Mickey, and the song stand. All four done in about, I want to say about 8 hours-ish, including a break. Solid effort. Okay, day 2 of the barrel of fun that is my weekend. I built 4 pieces yesterday out of the 6 things I needed to build. Let's start the day with a bit of colour. Pick this up, mainly for organising tools, equipment. That's what all of this is mainly for. But also, I mean, come on, it's rainbow. So, it feels pretty light. I don't know how this is going to go. But I'm going to put this together. We'll see how long it takes me. Well, I guess it's always nice to start the morning off easy. That's done. Just wall bars, chrome top, put some things in the drawers, and then you're done. And I had to put some little stoppers in, so there's these little stoppers that prevents the drawers from coming all the way out, which is good. And then it's got like this nice little chrome plate on top. I guess you want to store stuff on top. It's pretty sturdy. Does the job.
This thing's different in the room, yeah? I haven't decided what area I want though. Maybe we can tell. Okay.
So with these bits of wood and these massive bits of wood, I'm going to make a desk and a corner shelf that can cover Michelle's entire art desk. Wish me luck. Okay, table pieces are cut. Now we just have to put them together. So I made a desk. Yeah, it's not much. Got some stable bits at the back. But its main purpose is to be just a pretty firm thing in place when we put the shelves on, and I think it's going to do that job quite well. And there we go, nice and snug in the corner. Even almost matches the IKEA. And we have the flat working area. Now I just have to put some shelves on it. Why these shelves? Okay, so you can see I've got one shelf on. This is the long side. And now what I have to do is attach the short side. And to do that, I essentially build a shorter shelf without a side, put it here and here, and then go through the edge of this one, through the corner, and then that binds them together. And I use a common backboard to try and secure it. So I've made one. And the moment of truth is lifting it up onto the surface. So I did it. It's up, and it certainly took a while, but we got there. Tell you what, this stuff is heavy, but I got there with a little bit of maneuvering, and I put a towel down so that I didn't hurt the nice clean new surface. So I didn't bother showing you the second one I built because it looks exactly the same as the first, but you just pick them up and stack them on top of one another, and this is what you get. 4 sets of shelves. I mean 5 if you count the roof, but I prefer not to count the roof. Cutting the wood took me probably the better part of 3 to 4 hours, but in all fairness, I was going very slowly and double checking everything because you can see how precise the fit is. Plus making that desk down there. And then today was all about putting this together and putting it up. But all in all, I feel like it was a pretty successful project. You certainly don't build this as one unit. I would even strongly consider just building 4 small units and stacking them together, because this was pretty tough to pick up. Although again, granted, extra pairs of hands could probably do the trick. Even if you just have like a piece of like furniture or something holding it for you while you pick it up. And yeah, can't wait to see what happens when Michelle puts everything on it.
So the desks and shelves are finally done. And now I get to use them and create so many new things. What do you think I'm going to create next? Look at all the shelves and the desks. Now I get to decorate it. This is a drawer with a lot of molds. There's layers and layers. Tell us your favourite mold. So this is my drawers with all of my molds. There's so many, and there's a video of making each one and see how it turns out. And you can tell me which is your favourite mold. There's donuts, there's a paint palette, there's flowers, there's cakes, paw prints, muffins, everything. They look so good. And then in this drawer, it's very heavy. It's full of clay, all different clays. There's the soft clay, there's modern clay, and there's all different tools to make everything. And this one has more tools and cutters and patties, and then there's a few of all the different things I've already made out of clay. So this one's got ice creams and some cones there. And then the last drawer is more of the clay that I made. So there's a Pikachu, paint palette, koalas, there's a cake there, and then there's pencils and butterflies and rainbows and so many more things that we've made underneath. So that's the drawers here.
It's a dark night, but you shine so bright. I can see the stars shining through your eyes. Someone else might shine as bright, but they're not you. Just watch them try, 'cause everything happens for a reason, and stars shine in every single season. So reach for the stars, shine so bright, go so far. So reach for the stars, shine so bright, go so far. So reach for the stars.